Ten unsolved mysteries in the world. 10 Area 51. Officially, Area 51 is a remote facility used by the United States Air Force. Unofficially, it is a hotbed of rumors and conspiracy theories, mostly relating to UFO sightings. The remote location in Nevada, coupled with its intense level of secrecy, all research relating to Area 51 has been classified top secret, and its close proximity to the extraterrestrial highway location of countless UFO sightings have all combined to make the public deeply suspicious of what really goes on behind the gates of Area 51. 9 Saddle Ridge HOARD. The Saddle Ridge HOARD is the name given to identify a treasure trove of 1,427 gold coins unearthed in the gold country of the Sierra Nevada, California in 2013. The face value of the coins totaled $27,980, but was assessed to be worth $10 million. In total, the HOARD contains $27,460 in $20 coins, $500 in $10 coins, and $20 in $5 coins, all dating from 1847 to 1894. The collection is the largest known discovery of buried gold coins that has ever been recovered in the US. 8 City of Atlantis. Atlanteans were much like the Athenians, and like all other civilizations, their existence is based on its mention in Plato's work that brings out the importance of state machinery, and scholars argue that it was used hypothetically to prove the sanctity of governance in Greece. Though rocks and bridges have been found, it still remains a vague guess. It is through the book The Republics that the grandeur and battle/politics prowess of a city-state came forth, with territory believed to be as large as Libya and Asia combined, and gold worth the weight of all of Greece. They perished underwater, thrashed by the currents of the Atlantic Ocean on being punished by Poseidon, god of water and earth, through a fatal earthquake, and the entire city became submerged and lost forever. Since then, the rock, Gibraltar, all known as the Herculean Pillars, became a fetish for all scholars and historians. 7 Doppelgangers. Doppelganger is a German term which means the evil twin. It refers to paranormal phenomenons as mentioned by popular people such as Abraham Lincoln, Percy Bysshe Shelley, Emily Sturgey through their personal accounts or journals that now sell at auctions. It is believed that every individual has an identical but demonic twin that owns a parallel universe, doing and experiencing the same things such as talking to family, working at a job, etc. The awareness of such an entity becomes prominent when the person starts seeing his/her doppelganger, which happens during deathful sickness or post-disaster. It also dawned on researchers that somewhat explains the phenomena of deja vu and an extra unseen presence, which is the twin that is following us everywhere and materializes only when something uneventful or extremely great befalls the individual. In the case of Emily Sturgey, 50 students witnessed her twin with a black shadow that enveloped her writing on the blackboard, whereas she sat in her garden pulling out weeds. 6 Cryptus. On November 3, 1990, a new sculpture was dedicated on the grounds of the CIA in Langley, Virginia. The sculpture was composed of 4 encrypted messages and entitled Cryptus by its creator, Jim Sanborn. In the 25 years since its dedication, 3 of these encrypted messages have been deciphered, but the 4th remains a mystery. Now known as one of the most famous unsolved codes in the world, the Cryptus is a fascinating lure for both amateur and professional cryptanalysts who, despite several clues from the sculptor, have been unable to crack the code. 5 Antikythera mechanism. The Antikythera mechanism is an incredibly intricate analog computer found in a shipwreck near Greece in the year 1900. The device was used to determine the positions of celestial bodies using a mind-bogglingly complex series of bronze gears. The device in and of itself would already be impressive, but the unbelievable part of the mechanism, it was created 100 years before the birth of Christ, and more than 1,000 years before anything even approaching its level of technological complexity and workmanship would be discovered again. The device also came long before our modern understanding of astronomy and physics. The Antikythera mechanism was built over 1,600 years before Galileo was born, and over 1,700 years before Isaac Newton was born. For the zodiac letters. Many of the unsolved mysteries of the world are actually murder mysteries, with one of the most infamous cases being that of the Zodiac Killer, a serial killer operating in California in the 1960s and 70s. He sent a series of taunting letters to the local press, referring to himself as Zodiac, and including a total of 4 cryptograms. In the decades since, only one of these ciphers has ever been decoded. Numerous suspects have been investigated, but despite the enormous man-hours that went into the investigation, both the murders and the letters remain unsolved. 3 Bail ciphers. There is a legend that in the 1820s, someone buried in Bedford County, Virginia, a treasure worth over $63 million. The legend originates from a series of 3 cipher texts that Thomas Bail entrusted to a friend before disappearing, and never to be seen again. The first cipher text has never been solved, but it is purported to contain the location of the treasure, whilst the second, which has been solved, details the contents of the treasure. The third cipher text, also unsolved, supposedly lists the names of the treasure's owners as well as their next of kin. You can challenge this one of the biggest unsolved mysteries of the world, and see if that is really a treasure. 2 TAOS hum. In the early 1990s, in the small town of TAOS in New Mexico, numerous residents began to claim they could hear a droning whir, humming or buzzing sound. Research conducted by a professor at the University of New Mexico found that as many as 2% of the population could hear the noise, but further research could not determine what the noise was. Sensitive equipment was set up in numerous areas of the town to try and reveal the source of this hum, but despite the expensive scientific paraphernalia, no unusual sounds were ever recorded, leaving the TAOS hum as one of the unsolved mysteries of the world. Finally, number 1, Nazca lines. On an isolated arid plateau in southern Peru, the wind almost never blows. In this place, around the year 400 to 650 AD, the people of the Nazca culture began to remove the red stones covering the ground, leaving the white earth beneath visible. The art they created is phenomenal. Whilst some of the designs are simple lines, over 70 of the Nazca lines are detailed animals such as llamas, monkeys, fishes, birds, with the largest designs over 200 meters across. How did a primitive civilization achieve such precision artwork on such a grand scale, when they had no way of viewing their accomplishments from the air?